started. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen you in solo queue a bunch of times.
Yeah, probably a while ago though,
What do you say a while ago?
because drop back, dropped a little bit.
Oh no. Well, I mean, Diamond 3 is not bad, right? We're getting close to the upper diamond area, right? I guess Diamond 3, Diamond 4. It's getting weird now because there's no
Yeah,
Diamond
yeah,
5.
yeah. Look at the top and see how many times I've seen been diamond though.
Oh, I see, I see. Nice bad man. It's
Yeah, it's been
okay.
6 years, so
End of season is hard, dude. So
especially when they make AP bots viable.
all right, so this is good because this is my specialty, this range. How do we get out of this goddamn rank, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is the idea. So, um the when before we watch, the first things that come to mind when I see when I coach people at this rank is like it's all about consistency at this level.
Mm.
And not only that, but since you're next to Diamond 4, which is now the new Diamond 5, right? You have to like
Yeah,
you have to like carry these people who don't play anymore when they get Diamond 5, or they're boosted, or like what, like there's a lot of random shit going on, right?
yeah.
So not only do you have to be consistent, you also have to like make the calls.
Micromanage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
micromanage everything. Like literally back ping, forward ping. At the very least, you're like forward ping to go fight or back ping to no fight. Right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
At the very least, you need to do that. Right. So, with that being said, tell me about your champion pool and how you've been playing slash strengths and weaknesses. That kind of stuff.
Okay, well, originally I played mostly like hyper late game carries, or I played a lot of Ezreal, and I guess that's more of a kind of early mid game, late game. I don't know, something like that. And then I played a lot of Triss, and I had a lot of success in that, but she's kind of out of the meta now, I guess. And strengths, weaknesses, I think. Weakness wise, I think my farming throughout the late game or mid game, late game is pretty terrible. Um, I think I play too responsive and not proactively, and I feel like that's hindering me a bit.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Interesting.
Strength wise, I think my mechanics are pretty solid, and I think I know bot lane matchups pretty well. I've played both AD and support at one point, but I feel like my knowledge of matchups are pretty good.
So maybe it's like we're in the realm of like mid game ideas, like decision making stuff, right? Or maybe
Yes,
even
yeah,
like
yeah.
building good habits, or I don't know about the team fighting, but if you say your mechanics are good, then I think the team fighting should be fine, right?
Mm.
Is this? Did you want to watch this one first, by the way?
I really want to look at, because I just came back after like a break of not playing for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm doing stuff that I used to not say. So I feel like I've come a little bit lazy and maybe starting to go back on bad habits where I had better habits back in like when I was playing before the break, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And this is quite a while back though.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like
So,
this is like crit 80s.
oh, what the hell, yo? Oh,
Yeah, this is like a year.
did you still want to watch this then?
I think probably that game's probably not too good. Maybe the second replay is better,
Okay.
the Ezreal laning one. It's still like a little back, but I mean, I feel like
This one,
Ezreal laning's not.
present replay.
That's the present. We can watch this one first.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay.
fine.
Because it's definitely a lot more relevant when it's
More
recent.
closer to this meta.
Yeah, exactly. Because obviously a lot of the concepts are the same, but maybe the
Yeah.
specifics might be a little different. Let us take a look. You play on windowed. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, the classic. I like it. I like the mute all because a lot of times when you read chat and then something happens, you get really upset. So, or at least I get really upset.
Oh yeah. Of course. And man, I hate this lane so much. Rarely see it, but it's like it's just dodging skill shots.
Yeah, basically it's a fat dodgeball, Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
Nice juke. All right. So far so good. Sure, they're gonna push you in. No. Should I be looking at anything specific or
I feel like laning phase isn't too much of a problem. I feel like after laning phase is kind of the big go-to.
Okay. Well, we can talk about this real quick because I think this is gonna be relevant. So,
Okay.
in this sequence of events, tell me what you're doing.
In this, I'm kind of like looking just to poke, but I felt like from that binding, I couldn't really get anything from it.
Right. It's unlikely that you're getting anything from the binding, right? And
Yeah,
how
there's
do
a bunch
you
of minions as well.
how do you kind of know that before the binding hits, or how should you know that before the binding hits?
Just where my position is and where my their position is and where my Morgana is. Like my Morgana's going behind their minion line, and I can't really follow up on what she's doing right now.
Right.
But
Agreed.
it's still alright poke.
Agreed. So why is this a problem though? Like why is this a a habit that can be that's actually quite important for laning it when you have like skill shot CC.
Hmm.
What do you do? What is your like first instinct when you see this?
Maybe try to follow up on it, but uh, not too sure what the correct answer is, to be honest.
Like you went forward, right? Is the
Yeah.
idea. So is this punishable?
Me going forward, I think that guy's gonna Q four shot me, or he
He's just
should.
gonna
He
hit you.
should.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
should. Yeah.
He's just gonna hit you. So what was the problem here? Isn't that we shouldn't look to follow up. It's more like a you should have a plan before something happens, right?
Mhm.
So the first step is always like, oh, what are you gonna do when Xerath throws skill shots at you, right?
Yeah.
And then the next one is what are you gonna do to follow up on your support, right? If you ever watch Korean VODs, it's really obvious that the instant their support does something, they're already doing something. Instead of
Yeah.
like you see something and then you react to it. Like you said, right? How do we stop being, or how do we be more proactive rather than reactive? It's very much having a plan for a situation before the situation happens, right? So when she hits binding, what are you gonna do? If I were you, I would have been like, "Oh, I'm just gonna keep pushing because there's no way to follow up." Or you can say something like,
Okay.
"I'm gonna go around and then shoot a Q." But
Yeah.
the worst case scenario is like not knowing what's going on and then trying to do something anyways, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to do something unless you've planned it out beforehand. That's kind of the way to keep things consistent in league. Of course, you can sometimes have like instinctive plays where you're like, "Holy shit, I feel like I can do something," but that's not always going to be consistent unless you can do that every time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So kind of coming up with like, if she hits binding, what do I do? Is the idea, right? At this level, we shouldn't have to worry too much about like focusing on CS. Like this should be kind of natural, right?
Yeah.
Just like last hitting. So now it's like, what do I do if they throw shit at you, which is what you're doing already, and what do I do when my support lands a binding, right?
Mm.
Did you ever play the Caitlyn Thresh matchup?
Uh, like playing as Caitlyn
Yeah, yeah,
Thresh.
yeah, yeah. Caitlyn and Thresh on the same team.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So the obvious, like, this is the obvious one where Thresh lands the hook, and this
And
Kaylin
you're
has never
supposed
played
to
with a Thresh
trap.
before, and then he traps on the hook, but then the
Yeah.
hook drags
You're
them
waiting
back.
for the flay.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so this is, it's a similar idea, is that if the Kaylin player figures out beforehand, oh, you put the trap where he's gonna flay, then it's like 10, you do it every time, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you just play reactive, it's like impossible to know where to put the trap. So
Mm.
it's kind of a similar idea, but to a more extreme level, right? So kind of knowing what you're gonna do before something happens. It's on the same line of like, if they gank, what am I gonna do, right? You need to dodge a specific ability with your E or something. I don't know,
Mm.
but kind of predicting the future is kind of the goal here, when it comes to following up. So
Mm.
let's see what's going on here though. Let's keep going. It's kind of crazy how you started Doran's blade. You don't give a fuck about this.
I always go Doran's late on Ezreal because she just gets so much stuff from Klepto.
Interesting. All right, fast forward. Feels bad when you have base soon. Okay, I guess this is an easy clap. This guy just dies. It's good that you're not using your Q yet, so that was really good.
Mm.
You just wait until you get CC'd. That's always a good habit, right? The mechanics are clean so far. Oh, hold up.
Oh, this. I think after that kill, they went for Dragon or something.
You just have the base here, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and I really wanted the base, but they're kind of.
Okay, feels bad. You still have the base. You don't really have a choice. What?
Yeah, still feels bad.
What is this guy doing? What? This guy's hella trolling. Wait. Okay. Well, I guess you base eventually.
Yeah, it was. Now I'm pretty far behind on kind of
Sure, it's should be fine.
XP.
Well, you got the kill, so. Okay, hold up. Hold the phone. Let's watch this. Okay, it turned out to be fine. It was an interesting. I thought you were gonna ulti
Do you
here.
think?
Right.
Yeah.
It only. I mean, the Ian here is only good because there's like two things, right? One is that you have a black shield, and the second is that he uses
stun.
stun.
As well.
Yeah, he uses stun. So I mean, as long as you're watching out for that, that's fine, right? Oh, is this easy clap? Okay, he's gone. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, nice hit. Okay, this is kind of awkward. Okay, let's back it up. How did this happen? That's pretty awkward. Hold up. Okay, that was some nice, nice positioning, to be honest. That was really good. And then taking a tower shot's kind of awkward, though. You know. I don't think there's. No, I don't think there's the problem with what you did. That's fine. Oh, we're fucked. That's really awkward. All right. What do you think? What do you think about this sequence of events? What do you think?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Hello? Can you not hear me? What the hell? Hello? Testing? Hello? What? What's going on here? Technical difficulties real quick. Technical difficulties, guys. Is this
Hello?
working?
Hello? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I think Discord is just being weird.
Yeah, happens.
I think Discord is just being weird. All right. Let's watch this though. This is interesting. So their jungler's Kled, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Ignite's Might, I think it was.
Right. So let's watch this. Let's watch this sequence of events. All right. So mechanically speaking, do you see anything wrong?
Eating in when I don't know where the jungler. Mechanically?
Yeah, mechanically.
I don't think too much was wrong mechanically wise.
Agreed. Right. It was all pretty good, we would say.
Yeah.
Now the problem here is what?
We don't know where Kled is.
All right, and it's not just that, but okay. So, in what case is it okay for you to fight here, even if you don't know where Kled is?
Even if I 100% know I'm gonna get the kill, maybe. Or
like just this position here. You're not gonna get a kill here, right? But this position here.
Okay.
Who needs to be bot for you to do this, even if you don't know where the jungle is?
Nunu.
Right. So the first consideration in lane is always where is my jungle and where is their jungle, and this is like especially true for this season because like if you give up a kill to their jungle or mid laner, it's over, right?
Yeah, that's
the game's fucking doomed.
Start.
Yeah, it's just like Aurelia gets a kill, Katarina gets a kill, Kali gets whatever the fuck they play mid talent. It doesn't matter. Like even the jungle gets a kill. The jungle's killing everyone else, right? So that literally has to be the first consideration because even though you're winning this 2v2, the game is never really
A
2v2,
2v2.
right? It's
Yeah.
unless they're both top. Unless, I mean, sometimes that happens, right? But it's never really 2v2. So when you're fighting here, you should be thinking Kled is on the way, and then you can keep fighting. But if watching this, it shows that you didn't know he was on the way, right? Or he's always bot is what you should be thinking, right?
Yeah.
When you do this, I mean, he could ulti anytime, right? And
Yeah,
then
and
you
I'd
just
be
hella
dead.
doom. Yeah, I mean, you can say stuff like, oh, 2v2, maybe you don't want to take a tower shot, whatever. This doesn't matter. It's just the more important idea is, the jungle is here, and you're kind of playing like the jungle doesn't exist, right? Especially when you have no flash. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's just immediate punish is the idea.
Yeah.
Right? You can be up 50 CS and you die to the jungle, you're losing the game. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
the game is kind of the game is kind of stupid in that way. So yeah, this is where the consistency idea comes from. Is you can't let a disaster happen when you're involved,
Oh,
right?
God, this E.
Oh, you're dead as fuck, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice.
That was a bad E.
I don't know what's going on here, but this is like he could flash on top of you too. There's a lot of things that could happen here, but you probably don't want to. It's probably not worth, honestly.
Well, he flashed last time, didn't he? No, wait, did he?
I don't remember flash timer, but yeah, I don't know if you've been keeping track, but I didn't see the timer in chat, so
There's no timers in chat in this elo, I suppose.
yeah, you're gonna want to turn on timestamps so you can figure out when their flash timers are.
Oh, I didn't even notice they were off. Fuck.
Let's see what's going on here. Oh, hold up. Okay, so when you see this, what should you be thinking right now?
Right here?
Yeah. Based on what we just talked about.
Is Kled mid right now? No, Kled's dead. Kled can't come. Looks like Jin's walking up to the lane. To the minion wave.
The two most important things that we just talked about. The two most important people in the game.
Mid laner and jungle.
Right?
Right?
Well, on both teams, I guess. Because, jungle for sure.
Both junglers.
Both junglers. And then, of course, mid lane's next. Mid lane, they're coming down, right? But you see that if Kled is dead and Nunu's over here, then you say this is a 2v2, right? This is how you can, like, you play these fights differently based on how many people are coming bot, essentially, right?
Okay.
So now you can play like it's 2v2, right? So that's the first thing you should be thinking. And how do when do you use the time to think about this? Right here. There's zero interaction going on. Literally zero champion interaction. This is the time you use to figure out what's going on the map, right? So this is the time this is how you know. Oh, it's 2v2. Morgana goes in. We can follow up ulti. Bam, right? Makes sense. So that's like the next step. You got the mechanics and everything, but that's like the next step. Okay, this is really awkward, but
I didn't think that would kill me.
That's a shit ton of damage. Well, I guess this is like a this is not as bad. I wouldn't worry about this too much, but it is two ideas going on here. I guess you could be like, oh, Jin damage, but also like, if you focus the support, they're gonna try and focus you, that kind of stuff. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. Sometimes it happens. When in doubt, you could just press R and this is winning. This doesn't happen that often, I would say. Don't worry about that too much.
Yep.
Okay. It's always gonna be the same thing though. When we get back to lane, it's always gonna be the same thing, right? Okay, you see where the junglers are. That's it.
Yeah.
Right. And then of course if top has a global, then top's coming bot or top's gonna TP, whatever. But that's always the first consideration before as you're like walking to lane, that's what you should be thinking. So
and Zero mid as well.
Yeah, a bunch of shit going on. Okay, we can push, right? That's how you know.
Yeah.
There's still going on. Wait, where are you going here?
I was looking mid because they looked like they wanted to make a play mid.
Oh, okay. If Nunu is pinging for this, then this is probably doable.
Oh, the Zerat's just killing himself here, so.
Okay, this is what I was afraid of, right? Why was I afraid of this? Like when I was like, oh, where are you going? This is what I was afraid of, right?
Is it like what I could have been like doing bot or something, like getting minions bot instead?
Right. Okay, so you see, take a look at this. All right, so how consistent is this here?
This is like probably like a 20%er.
This is kind of doomed, essentially. Oh,
yeah.
It's this picture here, right here, where remember, what are the first two things we think about? Or the first thing we think about, I should say. Let me see this
Jungle?
picture. Yeah, okay, so where's the enemy jungle?
Don't know.
Okay, so he's hiding right
Could
here.
be anywhere.
Right? Okay, where's our jungle? Okay, he's on the way. So how many people are coming to this fight?
So it would be a 3v3.
Right. So this is like 3v3, or it could potentially be 3v4 if Jin comes here, but that's probably not gonna happen, right? So this is 3v3.
Yeah.
Right. So you're gonna chase them. It's 3v3. Can you guarantee that we are going to prevent them from getting away?
No.
Yeah, I would say
They could have backed up.
I would say this is a maybe, but this is turning into a 3v3, and we're chasing, right? Chasing is usually not good. So I mean, it's lucky that Kled showed up top, but this is
Could we also
it's
say
hella troll because your team missed everything, so it's fucked.
Yeah, and then I
Super
got
fun.
hit by literally everything.
So
Could you say it as well, like saying going mid here to get the minions and the fight just happened to break
no,
out?
no, the minions are gone. So the way you look at minions are, if there's no cannon, these minions are dying. You're not gonna get here in time. And then the next wave you can get is back here.
Okay, yeah.
So there's no way that going mid gives you more minions than not going mid, unless it's a cannon wave, because then the tower hits the cannon, right?
Okay.
That's like one way to think about it, but it's not necessarily a bad look. But the instant things go wrong, you should not try to keep it going. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
Whenever everyone, when he flashes out, you just go bot here.
Yeah, I should just go bot.
Because you're losing so much money, right? And if you play ADC, you know that if you have no money, you're the most useless thing in the world.
Yeah.
So that's like part of the issue here, is that you kind of lost money going mid. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah, I think I actually quite do that. Do that quite often, to be honest.
Yeah, that's like definitely a decision making idea. That's something I used to do a lot too when I was at this rank. And then whenever I got punished for it, I was like, why is this guy 50 CS up on me all of a sudden? So yeah, you definitely need to when you're looking to roam, you have to be consistently getting something. You have to have some kind of guarantee that you're gonna get something, because you're already getting something bot. Like here, for example, right? You need to be pushing this out. Unless your team is legit fighting right now and you say this is 5v4, let's go. But you don't want to be the first guy in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't be the first guy in early mid game. Late game is a different story, right? But here you're not gonna make anything happen. Like your team is gonna make something happen and then you go. So whenever you have a decision to make, when it involves farming or helping, you should make sure you're making the consistent option. Okay, there's like a bunch of random shit going on. And it's not necessarily guaranteed that we're getting something. You see how like all this random shit is happening?
Yeah.
That was a nice ulti though. That was good. So let's back it up here. So here, you at least push this out, and then we can look to help.
Yeah.
But you probably just push until something happens. Right?
Jax also pinged that bot lane. Do I should probably just not care and just push it out anyways, or just get the 3 minions?
Oh yeah, you can push this out and you can still go bot, but you don't like one's. You want to get as much money as possible, right? So
okay,
he wants to go bot, that's fine, but he shouldn't. You shouldn't like leave minions to die. You know what I mean? You'll push until he gets there. Is an idea. Because top, there's nothing to do top, so you would go mid for sure. But okay, a bunch of random shit is going on. Also, that's that Sea Lamb guy that LS coached.
Who?
It's that Kled jungle dude.
Oh, okay.
I think I was on Reddit the other day. It's kind of funny. Okay.
Is Kled jungle a thing now?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, it's probably not bad, but I don't think it's often. I don't think you see it quite often, right?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Probably W first.
Yeah. I probably will not E in here, right? Why is that?
Don't know where everyone is on the map.
Right. So here's the thing. Here's like it's the obvious. I think this is the number one thing that players at this rank get caught by every time, is that when you see this, this is the only thing people think about.
The tunnel vision.
Yeah, it's like this is the only thing they care about, right? Like, what's the worst case scenario here?
Let's see. Kled ulti's up. Nico gets a big ult from.
Right. Where's Nico right now? I guess.
I know she was mid lane. She should be bottom, actually, like in the brush, bottom side.
Right here.
Right over there.
I would say she's right here, right? Until you know otherwise, she's literally right here. So that's the thing, is that most players play what they see on the screen, and they need to play like the other people exist as well, right?
Okay.
Because this is also Jin right here. This is Jin, Nico, and whoever, right? So honestly, she's just throwing stuff over you. Like when you go for this guy's dead. This guy's dead. He's fucked, right?
Yeah.
Aurelia's just gonna kill him. So there's no need for us to do anything crazy. And then if he gets away, you can maybe ult you. But when you like try and like help with this, this is basically giving them an opportunity to just
kill me,
right?
yeah.
Like I mean, look at that, look at that, right?
Yeah,
He totally
yeah,
could have been right there. I don't know what's going on here, but I mean, yeah, there's even Jarvan here, right? Anyone who's missing is literally on the way. That's what you should be thinking.
Should I be thinking like worst case scenario?
Yeah. Oh, it's literally always worst case scenario. That's what I want you to think. And then how do like the pros play this out? They pretend to chase and then they dodge like randomly, so Nico can't hit them. You know what I mean? Or maybe they'll even like hug this side. But no matter what, they should be aware that Nico is in here, right?
Okay.
That's like the thing that's like the common the common theme of what we're seeing in the gameplay is that oh my god, that ulti was so sick. Wait, that was hot. Is that the mechanics are good, but you're not taking into consideration people you can't see.
Yeah.
That's usually how most players are, is that the mechanics are good enough for like the next level, but the map awareness / decision making can be lacking. So okay, hold up, let's watch this. As soon as you see this, what should you be thinking?
Let me see, 1 sec. No one on the map, same kind of thing, really.
Well, let's say
like Light should be coming.
Yeah, we'll say Jin is here. So okay, this is a 3v4, right? That's what you should be thinking. So 3v4 started out good. We can play it slow, but you have to know it's a 3v4. You play like it's a 3v4, right? Not like it's a 3v3 or 3v2. It's literally they got 4 people. So if you E in here, then it's like it doesn't make sense, right? But if you're at a disadvantage, you need to take the fight slower. So is that a fake? Oh, here comes Nico. Oh, that was a nice stopwatch by Morgana. Okay, that's kind of awkward. But notice how... Oh, hold up. Monka S. Okay, we're out. But do you think you play this like they had more people?
Perfectly. Yeah, let's see. No, because I used everything pretty much, and I had no escape.
Exactly. So that's the problem here. Like if you didn't notice, Jarvan showed up bot. He's right. He's like coming over the wall.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
So that's like the idea. Also, I don't know where this Kled is. But this Kled is definitely this Kled should definitely be on the way. I don't know what's going on here, but that's like the main thing is making sure that the situations are consistently good, because
I think they actually FF here soon. Actually,
yeah, mechanically speaking, you play this pretty well, but if their team showed up, you're definitely gonna die here, right? Give up shutdowns / you can't make money, and like basically this is the kind of gameplay where sometimes it works but sometimes it doesn't, and that's the problem. So let's see, let's take a look at another one. Is this the easy Ezreal laning? Okay,
this is also kind of old, but I feel like Ezreal laning isn't too different. I mean, that's like Relic Shield meta right there.
Oh, I see. That is pretty old, huh? That was a while ago. Okay, hold up.
Yeah.
Let's back it up. Okay, good thing you checked. Okay, hold up. All right, let's talk about this. So, why did I rewind there?
There, the walk up.
Yeah. Why did I pause / rewind? Why are we talking about this section for level 1?
Should I be hitting the wave maybe?
Yeah, why is that?
Because I want to get the push.
Exactly. So when you do this and then you miss,
that's
and then we're still not hitting minions, right?
Okay, yeah, and that's just Tristana being stupid.
And fast forward. Okay, why is the wave even? We should be shoving them in, right?
Yeah.
That's like the number. That's like a main thing. Is it's good to look for the Q, right? It's definitely not bad at all. But you should be auto attacking minions for sure. At the very least, you want to auto attack the ranged ones. But yeah, that's definitely something you wanna look at. So Okay, and then feels bad. He hits you with the Q. Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
that was.
Nice, nice hits though. Sure. Fast forward. Um, yeah, you definitely want to be auto attacking on cooldown because look at this. How are they getting level 2 at the same time, right?
Yeah.
You got the lane first, so that shouldn't really happen unless something crazy happens. So sure. Jaina is obnoxious. Okay, fast forward. Wow, that guy is face tanking all these Qs. Nice hits.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like it's
he's
less
getting hit by
me
this.
and
He's getting hit
more
by the same
him.
one every time. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
You just walk up to the edge over here. You shoot a Q down. That's pretty funny. All right, let's keep going.
I feel like you
Fast
can't really
forward.
do that with Ezreal anymore. Well, I feel like the lanes nowadays are kind of just like so oppressive. Like it's hard to do it. Like I feel like I couldn't do that to a Jin or something. I canceled out of there, but
That's fine. Doesn't matter, right?
mm,
Um, the mechanical ideas, like you're not gonna. It's impossible to have perfect mechanics, essentially, but it is
mm,
possible to have perfect decision making, right?
yeah,
So that's why coaches and teams and all that stuff. They whenever someone like screws up mechanically, it's like it's okay. Like sometimes that happens, but that's not something to worry about. If you guys like fight 4v5, that's something to worry about because it's gonna throw the game for sure. Okay, fast
mm.
forward. That was good. So far so
I
good.
felt like
You're sneezing.
this is an older one, and I feel like I was a little bit better at making decisions back when this was recorded.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, old Ezreal too.
Yep, it's long time, long time.
Hold up, hold the phone. Right here, same thing. We got the same ideas here.
Shyvana's in
Oh, okay, that was Shyvana. All right. Why does this matter? Why does the jungle type matter? I guess.
type, because Shyvana's not really a hard ganker, I guess.
Champ fucking sucks, right? Even
Yeah,
if
I
she's
guess.
bot, it doesn't matter, right? But like if you do
Mm.
this is like an Elise or a Jarvan. It's you can't flash it unless you know it's
Yeah,
coming. That's the thing, right? So it's always gonna be the same idea. Like, do you know the enemy jungle is on the way? Worst case scenario. That's like the main focus, I think. Because Shyvana does end up showing up, right?
yeah,
So okay, I think we're okay here. Nice. Like this champ is fucking useless.
yeah. That
So
champion's not.
yeah. That champion's not a thing. Okay, sure.
Now, where? When do you think like is a good time to like maybe if you know the jungler's going, or when do you think is a good time to maybe try for a 3v2?
Okay, so the idea behind 3v2 is you somehow the situation is winning so hard that even if the jungle shows up, it doesn't matter. Like, let's say for
Mm-hmm.
example, you're gonna one shot this bard, and the jungle shows
Yep.
up. You guys, this is already winning, right? For
Yeah.
example, or something along the lines of maybe you're like so strong and you have flash. Flash is an indicator that you can do something when the jungle's around, right? I
Yeah.
think nowadays it's less so because the jungle just kills you in one hit, but
Mm.
the general idea is that if you have flash, you have some playmaking potential if
Yeah.
the jungle comes here. So but if you have no flash and nothing, it doesn't the fight isn't good at the start or anything like that, then it's probably not a good idea, right? Also, the jungle matters. If they have a strong early game jungle, then you're unlikely to do something. Like, have you ever tried to 2v3 against a Camille? You just get one shot, right?
Yeah, you just die.
There's just nothing you can do there. So really it's less about going for the like 2v3 kill everyone and more about like we're trying to bait them into ganking so they're wasting their time. But
Yeah.
you can't die doing that, right? That is the general idea for 2v3, right? So it's basically like you can't die when you're doing it. Anytime you can't die, it's always a good idea to bait the jungle down. But if you can die, then no way, right? Hold up, what's going on here? Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. What is going on here? Why didn't you base?
Yeah, basing after this.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
probably should have. I think I just see that the Tristana is kind of low.
Right,
I
but
would.
you
I
have
feel
no
like
mana.
when I don't know whenever it's like basing timers, I like kind of if my health is higher than theirs, I always have the feel the need to stay.
It's good
Kinda
to
thing?
like to keep up the pressure, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But here's the thing: is that how can you pressure them in this
With
picture?
no mana.
Right, like I don't know, right? You can't do
Yeah.
anything. You can't even cast E, right? So that's the problem here is that like if you didn't base then, when are you going to base is the question, right?
Mm.
So it's basically like you're not gonna get the base for like forever essentially. Like look, you have so much health in her. You have twice her health. Why are you losing this
Yeah.
fight? You have no mana, right? So that's the problem. Luckily, Jen is level 6, but wow, he jumped in and he's actually dying here. Nice, 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 nice. Fat stopwatch bait. But you see how this becomes a problem, right?
Yeah.
Because is this
Atlanta's
related?
gone
Is this
to-
related to what we talked about earlier?
Yeah, somewhat tunnel vision, not knowing where enemy junglers
Right, the two v
or
two.
mid lane, I
Yeah,
guess.
the
Yeah.
2v2 is winning, right? So
Yeah.
why is this a disaster for your team? It's not really 2v2, right?
Mm.
So if you guys lose this game, well, this fucking champion has a kill. So she also got a shutdown, which is awkward. Oh, here comes Kane. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that's like the number one thing you want to be looking at is making sure we're not dying to some kind of gank or roam, right? The 2v2 is
Yeah.
usually like honestly, it doesn't matter if you die 2v2 unless it's like a Lucian or a Draven nowadays, I feel like, right? It's more
Yeah.
important that your solo laners in your jungle gets ahead. So that's like all these laning mistakes or fighting mistakes, the only time you end up really losing is when someone shows up and you didn't expect it. So
Okay.
the habit to work on this is, like I said, when it's literally PVE. Okay, so you're coming back from base, right? Right here.
Okay.
Hold on, let's back it up more. When it's PVE. Okay, you saw Shyvana mid and you saw Kane. Okay, so you can just push this. No problem. 2v2.
Yeah.
It's impossible for them to come down here. This is like the time to figure it out, right? And you fast forward a little bit and you say, okay, let's say you don't have to worry about Bard and Tristana jumping from a bush because you have wards. Then every time you last hit a minion, you look at the map and you say, okay, Shyvana's topside because we have all this worded. There's no camps down here, and there's nothing for her to do down here, right? Or she could be lane ganking, but you're not worried about that. So let's say worst case scenario, Shyvana's topside. So that's how you know this is 2v2 when you take this fight. And you also, I think nowadays you actually don't worry about TP anymore. I don't know if you've seen TP ganks happen often, but it almost doesn't happen anymore. But if there is tank top lane and they TP bot, that would be another factor. But I don't think that happens a lot less. I think globals are more likely to happen than TP top. So you don't worry about that. You worry more about mid roams now, which is kind of funny. It used to be TP all day. Now it's mid roams all day.
Yeah.
So yeah, now you know this is 2v2, right? So you can play accordingly. But the idea is knowing how many people are coming before you fight, right? That's like the number one thing. You see this? Okay, something's going on top. Okay, so now we know that it's just
Bard
just
isn't here.
Tristana.
It's actually 2-1, yeah.
Exactly. So that's the only time you end up like dying or losing a fight. Isn't like 2v2 or anything like that. It's like they have more people. So
Yeah.
that's the idea. So let's take a look at the other one.
It's the past game one.
The first one.
Past game, yeah, first one.
Basically, the number one thing you want to be working on is definitely map awareness, and then by having map awareness, you can make decisions, right? You can't make an informed decision without looking at the map. Is how it goes. So, who's their jungler? Hold up. Is Zen, right?
Zen.
Do you have any questions so far about what we talked about or anything else?
Question wise, I think say kind of like through mid game and laning phase is over. Do I kind of want to default to mid, or is it's kind of like depending on the matchup. If I have like some kind of like AP consistent damage mid, where would I go? Maybe like top lane or?
So the idea is you want to go. Let's say you take the tower bot, right? And you took dragon. You want to go where you can get the most consistently.
Okay.
Right? So let's say the enemy mid laner is Ziggs, right? Mm-hmm. And you don't have any tools to stop him from just insta clearing the wave. Then you probably don't want to go mid, right? Or you can even say something like, if you want to help your team do something better, right? Like let's say you have a LeBlanc mid, and then you want to go mid, so she doesn't have to lane mid anymore. She can just kill AD carry in the side lane.
On the side lane, yeah.
So basically, anywhere you think you can get a lot out of. So usually, the reason why it's top and mid is because Rift Herald is up, right?
Yeah,
So
and
if you can't,
Dragon's not a factor anymore.
yeah,
if
exactly.
you
You can't
got
get the
full-
tower. Okay, let's get Rift Herald. So that's the idea. Sometimes people will stay bot, right? Maybe they think they can steal the whole bot side and then take the second tier tower, right?
Mhm.
Stuff like that. It's basically coming up with whatever you think is the most consistent, has the most consistent outcome. So,
Mhm.
so in this game, let's say you take this, you take bot tower, you go top here, right? Why? How would I know that immediately?
Just because of the lane.
Right,
I'm
what
playing
lane in
Tristana, and
specific?
Tristana is kind of like a push tower and go to look at the like get a tower elsewhere
Yeah, but
kind of
why
champion.
top and not mid?
Mid is Azir,
Right, and
and it's against Corki. There's a lot of wave clear.
so where does Azir want to be?
Probably in the mid lane, doesn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't want to be side lane really. So
Mm.
Azir is perfectly fine sitting mid. You know, like LCS in the LCS, you see like Syndra stay mid and then they one shot the enemy bot lane, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Syndra doesn't want to go to side lane for sure. I mean, Azir could go to side lane, but definitely going top is probably better. You can push in Gangplank, right? And he can't really do anything about it, right? So okay, hold the phone. What's going on here?
It's Glacial Augment, Tom Kench.
Spicy. I like it. So you see he's in
This is.
top and Nunu's coming, right?
Mm-hmm. Or Nunu's at least bot side.
Right, Nunu's bot side. Okay, right there. Why is this a mistake?
Right here?
This
Should
is
I heal her?
let's say it's 2v2. Let's watch
Yeah.
this. You guys lost the instant you put the bomb on Tom Kench, I think. Why is that?
I won't have enough damage to kill him anyways.
Okay, true. What else?
It's if I put it on Ezreal, it would prevent him from moving up.
Right, you actually just kill Ezreal here, right? If you put on Ezreal. So this is maybe this happened the other game too. 2v2 all in ideas where if one side focuses the support and they don't insta kill the support, you can aim the AD carry, right?
Okay.
So cases where they insta kill is like blitz hooks the support. Okay, this is fucking doomed, right?
Yeah.
Your support insta dies or something like this. How fast is Janna dying? What do you think?
Jenna should die. I mean, dies pretty quick.
She still has flash.
As soon as she
right?
gets flash on.
It's not.
Oh yeah.
She's not dying. Is the idea? So this is how we know we can hit Ezreal, right? And if you're really crazy, you just auto attack Ezreal without using your bomb, and then when he gets to 75%, then you use the bomb and kill him, right?
Okay.
But that's definitely the idea. Is your instinct was hit the Tom Kench, right?
Yeah.
And this is kind of a the same, you know, if this happens, I do this statement that we were talking about when you're trying to follow up on that Morgana binding, you're playing Ezreal, right? That's not the correct move to walk up. Here, it was not the correct move to hit the support, right? Oh, actually, sorry. It's not necessarily wrong to hit the support, but you shouldn't use your bomb on the support, right? You shouldn't be using your damage ability on the support if you have potential to kill the enemy ADC, right?
Okay.
So that's the idea. If you can aim the ADC in 2v2, that's usually the winning strat, especially nowadays when you can full to 0 anyone on any champion almost. Fast forward. Let me see. You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you want to see some examples or?
I think so. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I like to see my examples.
Yeah, I think examples for me help the most. Like seeing is believing, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here. Laning. Where is it? All right, here's one. I don't know what this is, but I have it labeled as the correct idea. All right, here we go. What's going on here? Let's watch this. This is gonna be your classic example, right?
Yep. All right, so yeah, they're going on Soraka.
How do we win that?
By you focusing the AD instead of Pike.
And when did I do that?
As soon as Pike got the hook.
Yeah. It was like no hesitation, essentially, right? And it's not that, you know, I calculated within half a second that I need to hit Lucian to win. It's that the habit is, you know, when I know that if they aim Soraka, I should be aiming the ADC, right? Is the idea. So like, look how there's no like literally I'm like walking towards him, right?
Okay.
So that's the idea, right? So let's see if there's another one. Here we go. Okay, this is really funny. This is a Twitch trick. But this works really. This is the same concept. It's the same concept. You're gonna. It's just really disgusting because it's invisible champion. You know. So
Yeah.
let's fast forward. Okay, hold up. Don't fast forward because it's already here. Okay. Same idea, right? Where they were looking to hit Soraka, and then I just come out. Oh, what the hell? Sorry, I hit a button. It got messed up.
Very good. Yeah, I see.
This isn't that good. Okay, this is probably similar idea. Remember, it's always a if they do this, I will do this kind of idea. You want to know what you're gonna do before it happens, right? Thinking of stuff on the spot is not consistent, which is why players who do that usually get beat out by the person who has a plan. So sometimes it can work, but not always. And we're looking for always, right? We're looking for 90% of the time it works, right? Oh, nice mistake. They aim Lulu, we just aim Lucian. Like I even missed an ability, right?
Yeah.
Like that's how important this idea is. Even if the mechanics aren't quite there, the idea is winning. The idea is winning so hard that you have like wiggle room to mess up, right?
Okay.
So and I don't know what's going on here, but everyone else is coming bot. So, but 2v2 we would have killed him. So,
okay.
Let's keep going though. Push. Oh, how'd you take so much damage? Hold on, let's back it up. It's not bad.
Maybe right there. I should have backed up earlier.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't think it's necessarily bad. You got a lot of HP out of that, so
Okay.
I don't think that was bad at all. Where the mistakes you make aren't like mechanical ideas, right? You usually have the right idea, and when you don't have the right idea, it's like it's something that can be fixed by planning, like by thinking ahead. You know what I mean? Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. All right. So we're gonna do this every time. When you see stuff like this, what should you be thinking?
Jungle.
All right, exactly. That's literally any time I ask that question, it's gonna be the same thing. You should be thinking of the jungle. So if you haven't seen him in forever, where is he?
Bot.
Right. If you haven't been paying attention to these words, let's say both entrances are worded, but you lost track of him for a second, then he's behind you. That's like, because I mean that does happen in solo queue, right? Is that, Is that everything could be worded, but then they still show up. It's like, oh shit. So that's what you should be thinking. So as long as you know he's here and you're like, I'm gonna jump away, we're good to go, right? That's always the first consideration though. So and the second fastest indicator is if your jungle is top and you lost track of their jungle's bot. So that's also another fast way to figure it out. Is
so should I so say if I'm going in for a trade, should I be like kind of like thinking that's jungler's bot lane?
Yes, the
even
trade,
if I'm going for a trade?
Because if you do this and the jungle is bot,
I die.
Right, trading is bad.
Potentially.
Trading is bad in a 2v3, right?
Okay.
Do you know why?
Well, it puts us at lower HP, so it's easier to gank us.
Yeah, I mean that's basically it, right? So like let's say you're at their tower and then you trade and everyone has 50 health, right? The jungle comes out in one shots. So versus if you're up here and everyone has everything, you can jump away without their bot lane without being able to do stuff, right? Same thing at your tower is how do dives happen? People would try to trade 2v2 and then the enemy jungle shows up, and then since you have no HP, you lose the dive.
You just
So trading when the enemy has more people is considered losing, and the only exception is like this trade is so hard winning that like you lost 50 health and he lost like 500, right? Then it's so good for you guys that you win 2v3. So here we would say this is losing because you lost too much HP, right? This is potential dives are coming. If you guys aren't.
Well, I guess we just saw Xin top as well.
Right. So then that's when you know it's 2v2. So but the idea is if you trade and you didn't know that, if you trade and you don't know that, then that's the problem. So that's like the big takeaway is your focus. Don't worry about like 2v2 or farming or anything like that. Your main focus is where is the enemy jungle, because that's how games will be won or lost is jungle ganks, right?
Should I now in Diamond, should I? It's kind of like playing off the enemy's mistakes more so than looking for to make like proactive plays kind of
Right.
thing.
Like our role has very much shifted towards your job is to not die and make as much money
And
as possible.
farm,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's it. Like you can't do anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and you can also bait too. I think that's
Yeah.
if you can do that, you're doing really well too. But being consistent is the secret to winning, right?
Mm.
Is that you just never die, and then if you never die, then later in the game you'll have the opportunity to carry, right?
Yeah.
So it's very much like not letting a disaster happen. And at this rank, they're they're the ones who are gonna like screw up, and then they just die to your jungle, right? To your
Oh,
solo.
this is Challenger.
Yeah.
At least
Still the
this
same
game is,
idea.
yeah.
Yeah. Still the same thing, right?
Mhm.
It's always the same idea. So,
Well, they're less likely to fuck up, I guess.
well, there are a lot of like ideas running around that both sides make. Like, say for example, you were trading when you didn't want to trade, right? It's
Hmm.
not necessarily you didn't necessarily know that at the time, right? So you can
Okay.
always you know they're gonna get caught. I promise you. Like, no challenger ADC can survive every game essentially, right? Like you
Yeah.
see on stream, you remember that Sven clip where he just died to Alistar?
Yeah. The 1v1
Shit
thing.
like that will always
Yeah.
that stuff is always gonna happen in solo queue. So don't worry.
Yeah. That.
Say again?
Huh? I was saying that's why I turned off the names before. 'Cause I always got nervous playing against these guys.
Oh yeah. Same. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, hold up. This could be real Monka S if you're not careful.
Yeah,
Why
because
is
mid
that?
lane's missing. I know jungler is. Top is missing as well.
All right, so this is actually
Nuno
a
and Azir close by though.
this is a common pattern where if you walk into the river with no flash, they're gonna collapse on you. But you're okay here because
Mhm.
you can jump away and you have flash. So just be wary of that whenever you're going deep. Right. I think there's a difference between pushing and then warding shallow, and then pushing and then warding super deep. Right.
Yeah.
So it's okay. I think you guys are fine here. No. Oh my god, you guys actually do it? Jesus Christ.
Bot lane backed,
Nice.
or at least Tom did. No, wait. They both did Ezreal TP back.
Sure. Did you have the base here? I mean, I guess this is fine. This cannon wave. Hey, it's fine. Sure. Okay, hold up. Enemy jungle dead, right? So this is 2v2.
Mhm.
You don't wanna. I don't think you wanna jump in here. Okay,
No,
sure.
no.
Whew. Ezreal ulti to the face. Enemy jungle's here, by the way. Okay, that was a nice trade. That was totally worth.
Mm.
Oh, hold up. Why are you basing here?
I don't think I finish it. Pretty sure I don't
You
finish.
definitely. I don't think you want to base here. You just wanna keep pushing, right?
Yeah, I don't finish it.
Oh my God, where's the ignite? Oh.
And Tom
You're fine.
But we still have Nunu here.
You're fine. You have stopwatch. Ah.
Aid, Tom Kench.
Right. So yeah. So see how this is actually a Tristana thing too. I think a lot of Tristana players make this mistake as well. So it's not just you. And on Ezreal, I think you were totally fine. Probably because you just press Q, right? But that is something to watch out for. Is who can you get the most value out of your bomb? Like you can even save
Zen
it.
would be here.
Yeah, exactly. You can even save it until you know, right? There's no pressure for you to use it immediately. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think they're just gonna get away here, but
Yeah,
sure.
I think
fast
so.
Forward.
I'm pretty sure.
Fast forward. You just keep pushing, no problem. Okay. I think this is fine. I would be concerned about mid and top here though, if you're gonna jump in. Sure, we can hit tower. So far, so good. Base, we can probably go. We could probably go top here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is easy clap. Your whole team is coming. All right, their jungle is trolling. I don't know who their jungle is, but that's just game losing right there. I'm pretty sure. All right, fast forward. You just go top. You don't even have to do Rift Herald. Fast forward. You kill this guy. Wow, this game is basically So basically, anytime you have more people, that's like you
All right,
are.
now this
basically-
was
Oh my god. Okay, hold up. What do you think? What do you think here?
taking tower aggro.
Yeah. You don't want to take tower. You don't want to take tower aggro. So
Mhm.
you just auto lost here when you did that.
And I just flashed in. This was
You're so dead.
stupid.
You're
Yeah,
so
I
dead.
know.
Okay, let's back it up. All right. So what was the issue here? What do you think?
The initial thing was trying to burst him before, but I guess I was kind of low on mana and I didn't have enough for like anything. And he had stopwatch. And didn't know where jungler was.
I promise you.
Actually, no, we saw Zin there.
I
Actually.
promise you, when you
Stupid.
saw this, you are not looking at the map.
I am not. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I was looking
that's
for the E.
That's the thing. Yeah, is that you. It's not that jumping in is incorrect. It's that if you don't know where they are, then jumping in can be incorrect, right?
Okay.
If you don't know what the idea is, like here, if I saw that stopwatch, I'm like, I'm out. Like this is not happening anymore, right? But since
Okay.
you thought it was 3v1 or 2v1, you thought this is free as hell, right? But it's not free as hell. So
And
this
then
is
I
also what else is here? Worst case scenario.
mid lane as well.
Okay, true, but what else? Because you do
GP.
I would say GP ulti is probably likely if he has it, but there's also another one, a global kind of semi global.
Tom Kench.
Yeah. Tom Kench is coming. Like
Mhm.
it literally always happens. He bases, he runs straight, he ultis, and it's like, oh, okay, we're all fucked, right? So
Yeah.
that's like the main idea. Like anytime you make a mistake, it's you going in when you trying to fight when you don't know how many people are
If
on
we
the
have
way.
the number advantage.
Exactly. Okay. So that's the issue, right? You want to be consistent. Like you don't have to kill this guy, right? You were already winning by hitting the tower, and then if they
Yeah.
show up top, you guys just run away, and then your Zero free farms, your Nar pushes out, your team is winning, right? So anytime anytime there's like a anytime you put your team in a losing position, those are the times you want to take a look at. So let's say like, oh, sometimes you miss Ezreal Q or mechanics aren't perfect. That's fine. Like don't worry about that. Your mechanics are totally fine. It's the decision making stuff you want to worry about. So
Yeah.
oh no, it turned into a disaster, huh?
Uh-huh.
No, that's Rift Herald. All right, it's fine. Sometimes it happens. Oh, okay, they're not doing Rift Herald. So could be worse.
Yeah.
Could be worse. But if you do this in this meta, you're useless for like the whole game. If that happens. So
Yeah.
definitely want to be careful about that nowadays. It's good because if there's anything to practice in this meta, this is the only thing you need to practice. Is making sure you have some kind of man advantage, or you're making sure that you don't have some kind of disaster happening. So
Yep.
here's another habit you can do is let's say ideally speaking, you look at the map and then you know that this is a 2v4 or this is a 4v5 or this is a 5v4 or whatever. You know the situation. But let's say you
Yep.
forgot to do that, because that does happen sometimes. Then the second best thing is in the middle of a fight, like right before champions interact, that's when you look at the map. Or
Okay.
let's say you're not under threat. Let's say you're just hitting Tom Kench. There's no threat. He can't kill you. Then you look at the map, right? Anytime you get the chance to look at the map, that's when you do it, right? And even when you like feel like you should be doing something but you don't know where they are, you still have to look at the map, because you can't do something without knowing where they are. Like here's a prime example from yesterday that I played. This is a perfect example. All right, let's watch this. I'm trying to stop Baron. Oh, perfect timing. Okay, so they're trying to Baron here, and let's fast forward a little bit.
Wait, is that Twitch? Oh.
Yeah, I'm playing Twitch here. So they're trying to Baron here, right?
Yeah.
So how do I get in here to hit people?
Stealth.
Okay, true. And then what's the worst case scenario? Like, this is the whole looking at the map idea, right?
Is that the top laner? Possibly.
Right.
Who's the top laner?
It's Renekton.
Renekton's in the Pixel Brush.
Right. So that's the thing, is that you can't make moves until you have all this information, right? He could be here. That's no problem. That's not a problem, right? We know he's not the bush next to us because it's worded. But if you do what I do here and you try and do like a random percent play, like I'm trying to do this pretending like he doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Right. That's when things go wrong, right? So it's better. It would have been better for me to not do this. I could have literally just AFK'd, and that would have been better, right? But I'm just gonna oh, surprise, right? Oh no, that's not good. And then I could have saved this Baron, right? But because I tried to rush things, it didn't go well. So even in cases like this, let's say you lose track, right?
Yep.
Then you play as slow as possible, right? I wouldn't even press Q here, or just walk up and then maybe go around, right? Anything could be good here, but if you try and fight before knowing where they are, this is kind of what's always gonna happen. So that's like, if there's a big takeaway, it's that make sure you know what the situation is before you try and fight. Don't feel peer pressured to try and make something happen if your team is fighting, right?
Okay.
League is very much
Then say if I was like bot lane or top lane farming or something, when is a good time to maybe say if there's a fight breaking out in like river or something, do I immediately stop farming and go to that fight, or do I push the lane and then go to that fight first?
Okay, so there's few factors that could tell you what's going on. So one is that your team is hard losing. Then that's doomed, right? You're not gonna go. Another one is, let's say it's 2v4 and you go, it's 3v4. That's also doomed. You're not gonna go, right?
Okay.
Also, the speed at which you clear waves also matters. So if you're playing Vayne, you might as well go. If it's otherwise, if you're playing Saber, you probably just push and run, right? Or something like Ezreal. Actually, nowadays the wave management is a little different. So you probably won't go wrong by going immediately if it's a fight you can win. So let's say it's an average fight and it's 4v4. If you go, you should go, right? Someone who's really good to watch for this is Bang. He has there's a lot of examples where a fight breaks out and then he reacts immediately. So you can definitely check him out. But his strat is go immediately and then decide whether or not it's donezo. So
like halfway there or something.
Yeah. On the way, you'll be on the way and then you ask yourself, is this a good fight, right? You don't want to commit to something that's totally doomed. Otherwise, you're just dying with them. So
yeah, and wasting time as well.
Yeah, exactly, wasting time as well. So yeah, that's definitely the cookie cutter way to figure it out is start running, but don't commit until you know what the situation is. So committing is just like getting to the point where you can't get away anymore, right? So sometimes you can't even go because Rengar is between you and the fight, right? Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
So where are we going here? Back it up.
I was trying to help Jenna deward, I guess. Since we saw Quirky top.
Okay, let's talk about this. Okay, so first of all, this pink ward in this situation, where would be a really good spot for it?
Probably. What's that? Is it the banana brush? I don't know what it's called. Like up?
This one?
Near up higher.
This one up here?
Yeah.
I would say that's probably not your ward, right? That's actually a sweeper ward, I think. That's actually a sweeper, I think. Usually speaking. If I told you a good spot would be right here, why is that?
To see rotations? To see if they're coming over, maybe?
Well, this one would see their rotations, right?
Okay.
But what is this one for? It's like the opposite.
Is it to see if someone's pushing?
This one's to see if someone's pushing, right? This one in their side of the map. If you put a yellow trinket there.
I have no idea then.
Okay, what if they put a word on your side so they can see you guys?
Oh, okay. To see if we're rotating over. So
yeah, exactly. So if you put a pink here, they have no idea what you're doing in the mid lane.
Yeah.
And the next step after you put the pink down is you need to push. Right. You need to push before you guys go D-ward or ward or anything like that. Right. You guys need to be pushing here. Right. Right here. See how the wave is meeting? If you guys want to ward, let's say you guys go as a group and you ward. Right. You go up here and they concede. Right. They back off. The first thing they do is push.
Okay. And then, so we have to respond to that.
Exactly. And then they just kill all your wards, right? Because you guys didn't get anything off this. So that's the problem here is that you always need to push first. Unless you're going for some kind of immediate play. And I don't think that's really possible with your team comp.
Isn't it kind of dangerous there, the push?
Right here, right? Let's say you're right here. So what's the worst case scenario? You got a Tom Kench coming in from behind, right? And you have Jenna and Nunu. This is winning, let's say. Especially when you have Flash. Right? You can only bring one person. So worst case scenario is Tom Kench is in. Okay, that's free. That's a free kill right there, right? Okay. There's no way they can engage.
Like all three of us go push then?
Oh, it's
Oh,
you
it's a
go
group.
push, and let's say you're afraid of whatever, then you say something like, "I'm gonna jump," and then ulti if he does that, because
Okay.
Tom ulti is your ulti. That's not bad at all, right? So you come up with some kind of plan though, right? On the way to pushing, you're like, what is the best way they can engage? How am I gonna beat that? So maybe
Okay.
you're like, jump over here, run to your team, something like that. But you definitely want to be pushing first, right? You always want to have the push advantage, especially if you're playing Tristana against like Ezreal or something, right? So something like
Okay.
this, notice how they're always here first, right?
Yeah.
That's because of what happened earlier. Also, you have no jungle in this picture, so of course they're gonna push first here. But the earlier picture, you could have been pushing.
Yeah, and I can see their jungler is kind of doing this thing we should have
Yeah.
been doing earlier.
Wow, that was a nice hit. That was really good. And then here you just push, right? Yeah, pink word right here. You see how you guys worded that. Pink word here would be really good because they have no idea what you guys are gonna do.
Okay.
The other one that Reckless does is this one. Over the
Right.
wall next to the nearest the objective. So
Mm.
it could be over here, but if there's dragon, but this one's good because then they can't hit you over the wall. That one's a common trap. Yeah,
Because the objective is Baron right now.
yeah, exactly. That's a common trap. If this is like Ashe, Varus, Gragas, some kind of
Yeah.
engage, that over the wall is really spooky. But yeah, okay, so yeah, now we got the push off. That was good, and then you guys go where perfect, right? Because if you get the push off, you can look to poke, you can engage, you can go over the wall, you can deward. You have all these options if you can push first, right?
Okay.
So, and the way to beat the push first is engage, and they can't. If you think they can't engage on you, then pushing first is perfect, right? The only time you don't push first is if they're strong, early mid
Do you
game.
think I was conceding too much, like, me going back there after they pushed, or after I pushed, me going backwards? Do you think that's bad there?
It's not necessarily bad because their whole team's on the way, right? Like
Okay.
when in doubt, you want to be safe. Like let's say in this picture, okay, Gangplank's coming up. We don't know where their mid laner is, right? They're on the way. Sure, they might not have hard engage, but 3v4, 3v5 is not something we really want. So going to
Okay.
D ward is consistently good. This is not always going to be good. You have to make sure that you're not getting caught doing this, right?
Okay.
So I think this option is totally fine. I think you definitely want to keep going in the river though, right? You don't want to just clear shallow. You wanna deward the entire river.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because notice how you guys still haven't cleared Baron wards. Because you know, I don't know what we're doing mid, but you need to come back before the wave comes, right? But you also want to be using your time wisely. So okay, now Janna's basing. Everyone's just randomly basing. Okay, push, sure. Okay, you can hit tower here. Nara's on the way, right? Oh, actually, they have no tower. What am I smoking? Like, if you don't know what to do, honestly, AFK mid is totally fine. Oh, what the hell? I don't think you want to jump here, right? That's kind of awkward.
Okay.
But it's okay. I don't think it's gonna make too much of a difference. Oh, someone on your team is not happy.
Yeah, I think it was his ear. Not sure. No. Janna,
Okay, they're dead as hell, right? Oh, maybe not. That was a nice flash. Oh, I don't know if you want to jump here. Okay, you know, I think that's totally fine. I thought you were gonna go jump over the wall, but this is this is a lot better. Yeah.
No.
This is a lot better. All right. Oh, you don't want to ulti that though, right?
I don't know. The red kind of scared me, I guess.
That's pretty awkward. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this here we go. This is spicy.
All right, yeah, we see all the.
You need to peel off, boys. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, hold up. Now, this is actually really important. All right, so why, when you're doing this, is there anything wrong mechanically speaking when you're doing the Baron? Let's watch this.
Should I be inside of the pit?
Mechanically speaking, so less about positioning.
Eating the Baron?
Yeah, this what does eating the Baron do for this situation?
Pretty much nothing.
I
guess trying to burst it down.
What else happened here?
Well, it doesn't allow me to eat anyone else.
What is this?
It's not a cooldown. It's cooldowns.
You can't fight now. Yeah, so it doesn't make sense. If you're gonna burst it down, you use it last, right? You use it when it's about to die, but
Okay.
yeah, you don't want to use abilities on the Baron unless it's like PVE and you're rushing it, right? So
Okay.
that's the problem here. You can't kill Corki here. This is actually he's losing here, right? We would say.
Yeah.
You can also kill Xin here, but now it's gonna be a lot harder if you have no abilities. So you see how long it's taking, right? That was pretty good though. That was nice positioning. Okay, free jumps everywhere. Let's go. Oh my lord, get all of them. Nice. Okay, that flash was a good try.
Yeah.
I respect. I think it was a good attempt. You just had no way to chase him though. Hey, you got him eventually, so not bad. But yeah, definitely using abilities on like Baron, like using it as your first opportunity is what's happening. So if there's anything mechanical to talk about, it's like you want to reconsider using it on the support, right? And
Like holding on
yes,
to it.
hold on to it. Yes, just hold on to it.
Okay.
Like here's the classic. Here's like the classic is this is like now that aftershock is in the game, you get double punished for doing that. Because if you use it and if they have the aftershock on, you just fucking lose your TV2. Yeah, you do no damage. Yeah, so that's actually a common mistake nowadays with aftershock. So that could be a mechanical takeaway. I don't really think you have any problems with mechanics because like even though you're doing this stuff, it doesn't matter, right? The more important ideas are the ideas will make or break games, like fighting when you don't know where they are or ganks and stuff like that. Okay, what happened here? That gank plank was nasty. Wow, we need out. Everyone, you guys need a base actually. That was really good by them. Oh, never mind. Janna ulti, not pretty good. Let's go back to pushing. Here, you value hitting someone over the tower probably because they're just no tanks. So nice, very good. The degenerate rapid fire static meta, I like it.
I love it.
Yeah, that was the best, dude. The ADC was great. Now it's
I just want to play Tristana again.
Yeah, dude, I just want to play the game, dude. Okay, very nice. This is fine. You can't die here. This is totally fine. Any mechanical like now that it's 5v5, I don't think you have any problems, right? We haven't really seen any issues when you know where they are, right? The only time you have a problem is
when I don't know where I am.
Exactly.
So, they are.
So that's it. That's like the number one thing you would work on is making sure map awareness is clean. Like, okay, here's a good example. So when you're hitting tower like this, you should be thinking, worst case scenario, where's everyone? Like here, is this a problem? And then you say not really. So one way to do it is you can press tab and see who's missing. Right. That's a good way to do it.
Question marks on the portraits, right?
I actually think they removed the question mark thing, but you just press tab and say, did I lose track of anyone? Right. Okay. So before you like try and do stuff, that's like the first thing you should do. And then this is actually also an interesting part is when a fight breaks out, you still do the same thing, especially in this meta. When you see this, my first reaction isn't how do I follow up. Your follow up is brain dead. You just hit the closest guy, right? Yeah. Your first reaction is where is Talon, Rengar, Kha'Zix, etc. Right? That should be your first reaction. And nowadays, for sure, right? Something like this would be a lot scarier. Or coming up from behind or something like that. So I just remember, like, if the stuff you're hitting in front of you takes no extra brain cells, like you don't need to do anything fancy, then you worry about
other stuff.
Yeah, you worry about this guy. You worry about this guy. You look at the person you're not hitting. Okay. I think that's very important nowadays because everything kills you, right? Like this is the common. You walk up and then Katarina jumps in, or Akali from the side one shots.
Yeah.
So this is a common trap. Let me see if I have any. I think I have some examples for that too. Let me see. Okay, let's plug it out here. Let's just watch you close out this game first.
Okay.
Okay, nice. This is
I shouldn't have walked up. Do you think?
This is kind of interesting because what should you be thinking here?
Well, the Tom can't ult possibility. I know GP can't come unless he TPs, but that would take quite a bit for the TP to come through. Well, I'd say that we don't have a Zir, and might be like a 5v4,
Yeah. So
possibly.
you want to play like it's a 4v5, right?
Okay.
So it's not that it's physically impossible to 4v5. It's that if you play like it's a 4v4 and it turns into a 4v5, you're gonna lose, right?
Yeah,
So
it's like percentage of what could happen.
right, you just need to keep in the back of your head that this is 4v5, right? So when you see something like this, we don't necessarily want to trade unless it's guaranteed win. And you could say like,
Yeah.
oh, guaranteed win because I'm gonna press R or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, that top catch came in with no one and Zin showed up bot, so that's kind of funny.
Oh god, that flash.
That's kind of yeah. What happened here?
Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to finish this guy.
I was trying to. I got really greedy for him, but then
Feels bad. But it turns out to be okay. But that's
yeah.
what you want to be thinking. Like the mechanical ideas, this is all fine as long as you know there are more people. Your Zir is dead, right?
Mm.
Like awareness is always like the first step for these habits. Okay, fast forward. You just push. They can't really do anything. That's a surprise, right? Oh, surprise! They're all there, but their team comp is so booty. I don't know what they're trying to do here. He's gonna get eaten. Sure, just come back to the fight. Hit the close guy. Nar go in somehow. Oh, this is looking pretty good. Let's go. This is easy. Nice. Nice. Hit the barrel. Sure. You can hit the tower too. You can even Baron, honestly. Whoa, where are you guys going?
I think we turn around. It still was They still have 5 though.
What's the biggest indicator that you can Baron here? It's true. They have 5 people, right? This is kind of we're getting into some kind of late game talks. So what's the biggest indicator that you can Baron here?
Ezreal has 100 health.
That's it, right? They can't win. They can't win a fight. So they show up to do Baron. You just kill them all.
Couldn't he could have backed in TP.
Okay, that's actually pretty true. There's also another factor here too.
Corki is low as well.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
You're right. You're actually right that he could actually TP. So that would be a moot point. But you gotta at least force his TP out.
Mm.
Also, if you go Dragon, they might get some Baron.
Go Baron.
Yeah, which is what's going on here. Right. So that's why Baron control is pretty much most important. Like if you want to do this is actually an interesting thing to talk about because if you want to do this, you can send someone to solo it. Right.
Yeah, like I go solo it, and then the other guys.
Yeah, maybe you could solo. I would probably say Nunu probably wants to solo it, but
Okay.
yeah, you don't all want to go. The Baron idea is Baron's pretty much the most important thing here. Okay, hold up. Where are you going? Man, you crazy. I think you're getting one shot here if you're not careful. But okay.
Who would have been one-shotting?
So let's say we didn't know if Ezreal based, right?
Okay.
This is Ezreal ulti or I don't know. There's a lot of things that could happen here probably, right? It's not winning is the idea. You took too much damage for this. So.
I guess I was just trying to poke them, or that barrel is invisible.
Yeah, he caught you by surprise, right?
Yeah, he got me.
It's literally anytime you lose, it's because it's by surprise. That's what I want you to think. If there's like a big takeaway, it's you want to focus on developing habits that'll prevent you from being surprised ever again. And you're not really. We haven't really seen you be surprised by mechanical things they can do. There's been 0 flash plays or anything like that, right? No insects, nothing crazy has been happening. It's always holy shit, he showed up, and then that's how things go wrong.
Yeah, more the macro game.
Okay, fast forward, you just push. You can go top here, that's fine. Oh, this guy dies. Then you gotta end the game, right?
Yep, pretty much.
Easy clap. Pretty sure it's easy clap. Killing barrels is great. The mechanics are good, and then you win. Okay, nice.
Game 2.
So, we talked about like map awareness ideas. Let me see if I can show you some team fight awareness ideas too.
Okay.
Where remember how I said even in the middle of the fight you want to look at the map, right? You don't need to be looking at the person you're hitting, right? So let me see if seeing this kind of example makes any sense. So this is something that a lot of people struggle. I think this is like really, really advanced, at least for me, right? It's hard for me to do this all the time, but when I do it, it looks really good. So let's see what's going on here. Nothing special so far, right?
Okay.
Everything's pretty normal.
I'm gonna ult. Oh no.
Right. So what was the idea behind that?
Not committing too much to it.
Right here. Who was I looking at in these fights? Let me get to the,
Cassidy?
yeah, right here. Who am I looking at?
You're looking at Cassidy?
Right. Why am I not looking at Saber?
Because she's dead?
Yeah, this doesn't matter. This is brainless, right? We just hit this
Yeah,
guy and it's
okay.
done. So we're going this way immediately. Notice how there's no hesitation, right? That's the idea. Is I know that my next move is go up, right? Like
Okay.
I'm already clicking up there, right? So that's like, even though it didn't really okay, I had some impact in the game because I ended up killing Cassidy too, right? But
Okay.
the whole idea is that this is always going to be better than just looking at the person you're hitting, right? Always. Let me see. Here's another one. Oh my god, snow map. My eyes. Okay, fast forward. This is really good too. Here we go. Okay. Who am I looking at in this fight? Not yet. Who am I looking at in this fight, I guess?
Kane?
Okay, that's one. Okay, now who am I looking at? It'll be really obvious in like half a second. You see that right there?
No, I didn't wait.
Okay, watch.
Maybe the Graga? Oh, Lucian. Okay.
Right. The whole fight, I was looking at Lucian, right? How,
Okay.
how did I do that? Well, why can I do that in this example?
Because no one's going on to you, so you can just kind of free hit.
Right, it's 0. So right here, you're right. I'm looking at Kane because if I get knocked up, that's probably not good, right?
Yeah.
But the instant he misses, that's how you know there's 0 threat. So the guys we don't care about this guy. You just right click him, right? No problem.
Yeah.
So we're just looking at Gragas and Lucian in this example. So this is something that you can work on too. That's really it's pretty much something you'll permanently work on. It's really hard to do, but if you can do this, you can get like your team fighting can be really good. But it's also map awareness related too, because sometimes when you do this, instead of looking at people, you look at the map.
Yeah.
Because here we'll be like, okay, 2 people are dead. Everyone we see is what we get. But if there are more people involved, then that could be a problem, right?
Okay.
And then let's see if there's another one here. Let me see. This is the only other example I have so far. I should probably save more clips. So who is I looking at in this picture?
Lucian.
Yeah, the whole time, right? I'm
Yeah.
just like, this is brainless. Here's right click, right? I'm looking at this guy that's about to appear. And anyone else is worst case scenario behind, so it's not a problem. It's not here, right? I think we saw that. I think we had some vision, so we're okay. So this is literally the only thing. So notice how my character shows that I'm looking at Gangplank, but my actual eyes are looking at someone else, right? Okay. That's like a main idea. So and then he ended up like dashing in or something stupid. Right?
Yeah, and killed himself.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. But those are some things that help with team fighting if you want to work on that stuff. But I would say definitely early mid game is the main focus for you. Is where is the enemy jungle before you do stuff? There are too many times when you try to 2v2, but their jungle is here and your jungle is top. So
yeah.
I would say that's like the biggest problem that we saw. So any questions?
Not really that's coming to mind right now, but do you mind if I ask questions possibly later if they come up?
Oh yeah, of course. You can feel free to message me anytime. I'm always on Discord, so you can send me like clips of what I think or just any questions in general. But yeah, if that's all, then I guess I will upload this to YouTube and send you the link. And I think that if you can work on the map awareness, I think is number one, right? The map awareness idea, then your gameplay will be super clean, right?
Okay.
Like clean up anything that surprises you. That's what you want to work on. Right?
Yeah.
Just go into game practicing the habit of look at the situation before you fight. And if something happens and you forgot to look at the map, you try and disengage and look at the map, right? That's like the most important thing. So those two things. You never want to fight without knowing what's going on. That's how disaster happens. So
okay.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
Alrighty, cool. I hope this helped, and let me know how your games go. I'm definitely curious to see how you do. So
do you mind if I do another probably coaching session down the line?
Oh yeah, of course. Just let me know when. So
okay. All right, thanks man. See ya.
No problem. Have a good one.
You too.